How to make a graphic design portfolio website on Wix. Hey everyone and welcome, I hope you're all doing great. In this video I'll show you step by step how it's done. I'm going to make it brief, it's not going to be full detail, but it is going to be step by step, meaning you will see from scratch how to do so. And I will try to cover the basics of everything that you need to know when it comes to starting out. But again, it's not going to be in full detail. There's a difference. So first, you'll need to create your account on Wix. Just go to wix.com and sign up for free. It's pretty much for free. And creating the website could be for free if you're not willing to get paid online, and if you're willing to sacrifice a few things for, being a fully professional website. Other than that, it could be completely for free. In fact, in this video, I'm just going to do it completely for free. So you will see exactly what you can actually get from this. So once you sign up on wix.com for free, just go to sites and click on create new site from the top right corner. From there, it's just going to allow us to build our site either with Wix Studio, which I'm not going to do, or we could just use the default Wix editor, which we will in this video. Now, there are a lot of differences between the two. I'm not going to cover it right now, but we're just going to use the default one. Now, starting with the default editor, it's going to ask you either to create the idea behind your website with AI or without. Now, I'm just going to set it up without because I prefer to do it that way. If you want to go with AI, feel free to do so. It's just going to ask you a few questions, and you would want to write a few prompts, and that should be good to go. But for me, I'm just going to go without, and it's going to be easier this way, I believe. Now, what I want to create is graphic design portfolio, so I think I can actually search that up. There you go, graphic design, it was here, okay, graphic design portfolio. This is pretty much what we wanted to create. Now, this step is not necessary, it's not mandatory, you can even see a skip button at the bottom right. But if you're following along, feel free to do it, because it's just going to make things easier for you. This way, it's going to install the portfolio app for you later down the road instead of having you do it manually. So overall, it's just going to be easier if you do it this way. But if you skipped it, I'm also going to show you how to install it either way, so it's fine. But I'm just going to click on continue, and then from here it's just going to set up the dashboard for us, and we have successfully created our site on Wix. It's that simple. Now, obviously, yes, we did not set up a design and an actual website that you can visit, but it's just going to be very simple. So first, we're just going to give it a name, so you can just feel free to change this to whatever you want. I'm going to continue with that name that they already gave us. This is quite important, Wix apps. Now again, if you don't see the screen, it's fine. You can do it later, but if you do, just make sure you install the portfolio app. So just make sure this is ticked. If you don't see it from here, you could be able to see it from there as well. If not, that's fine. You can just follow along, and I'm going to show you how to install it from the editor. But we simply just need the portfolio. Anything else, it's extra. So if you want to install it, feel free to do so. If you don't, that's fine. So I'm just going to click on continue. And we're pretty much set. So I'm just going to click on continue to dashboard. And we have the portfolio app installed now. As you can see on the left side here, we can actually see portfolio. This means that the app is fully installed. Now, if you don't see this, that means it's not, and I'll show you how to install it right now. In fact, I'm also going to show you how to design your site because it's almost the same step. From here, we can just go to home, and then from home, you can just click on design site on the top right corner. And it's going to be the same button where you can edit your site later on, so just keep that in mind. Now in here, once we click on it the first time, it's going to ask us two different things, or one thing, but in two different ways. Whether you want to create your site design with AI, or just pick a template that you like the looks of and just, change the elements in them. I personally want to go for the templates because, again, I personally like it better. It's easier. It's much simpler because you simply just find a template. It could be about anything, really. As long as you like the looks of it, you can just design it to your liking then. But again, you can feel free to go for any. I'm just going to click on pick a template and do pick a template, and I'll get back to you once I find one. So, as you can see, this template has nothing to do with graphic design or portfolios, yet I like the looks of it, so I can just right away use it by clicking on edit the site. So really just pick any template that you like the looks of, even if it doesn't have anything to do with your niche. Now, it's going to take a little while if it's your first time because it's going to install the applications. If you have, selected multiple, if you have selected portfolio one, it's going to create portfolio pages for you and stuff like that. So it's going to take a little bit of time to set up your Wix website. And it's going to show you this screen once it's actually done. And from here, it's going to show you on the left side, you can actually see all the different navigation options. Add elements, add section, and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to designing your site, I'm not really going to do much and show you how it really works like in full detail. I'm just going to show you a little bit, just the basics, which is going to be that the Wix editor is pretty much a drag and drop builder. If you don't know what that means, you simply just grab any element from the top left here and just drop it into your site and it should fall in place and you can start moving it and adjusting it accordingly. And when it comes to adjusting things that are already on screen, you simply just click on it. It's going to open up settings for them and you adjust them. For example, we want to change this text right here. You simply just double click on it. It's just going to open this up and you can feel free to just write whatever you want instead. I'm just going to leave it as it is. But if you click on it once, you should be able to see edit text, things like animations and effects, links, and stuff like that. Let's say you want to change the profile picture. It's very simple. Click on the profile picture and just click on change background. Now, in the case that you don't see a background from here, but there is most definitely a background, that means that they have changed the site design background. If you click on this, you can change the entire theme and also the page background from there. So now that you know how to adjust stuff, for example, let's just scroll down. Let's say we have this image. If you click on it, you can actually see change background for it and also change layout, design, stuff like that. Let's say you want to add something instead. In this case, you just go to add elements on the top left. Go to anything that you want, buttons, images, whatever they may be. Let's say button, and we simply just drag and drop it. And then obviously just click on it in order to set it up with the settings, links, and stuff like that. I'm just going to remove it because we don't need it. Now, let's say you did not follow along correctly and you skipped a few things and you did not end up installing the Portfolio app. In this case, in order to actually install the Portfolio app, if you haven't already, just go to Add Apps, which should be on the left navigation bar. If you click on that, it's going to open up the app market for you, and you simply just want to search for Portfolio. And once you search for Portfolio, you should be able to see the Wix Portfolio app, which is going to be this one right here. If you click on it, you should be able to see Add to Site. It shouldn't really say Open unless you have it installed, as you can see. But for you, it should say Add to Site. So just go and click on that, and you should be good to go. Now that you have installed the Portfolio app, we can actually go ahead and view the pages for them. And if you want to access any page, you can just click on Pages and Menu. What we want is specifically going to be within the Portfolio pages. And from that, we should be able to find Portfolio, Collection pages, and the Project pages, which we will get to. But most importantly, we have the Portfolio one, which is going to showcase both your collections and your projects. But first, before we actually see it, let's add our own portfolio projects and collections. So now that, we actually showcase our stuff. So in order to do so, it's very simple. You want to go back to the main dashboard of your site. No, not this one, but the main dashboard of your site. To access that from the editor, just simply click on the Wix logo on the top left corner. This is going to take you to the actual dashboard. So let's just go and wait for it to load. So from this dashboard, we simply just want to go to the Portfolio tab and click on it. Once it opens up, it's going to open up the projects here for us, and it's going to ask us to set it up with AI, which again, as you have noticed already, I don't really like AI to do things for me. So what I'm going to do is actually just set up without AI. Now, once you do that, it's going to show you some samples that they give you as an example, some things to work with. I have deleted some of them just to save some space, or I just have some free space for us to work with. Now, for your case, what you would want to do usually, you would want to select all of them and just delete them, unless you want to test with them. But if not, just feel free to delete them, and we basically just want to replace them with our own projects. To create a project, it's very simple. Just make sure you're on the project tab and click on add project on the top right corner. This is going to allow us to set our projects up. First, you would want to give it a title. So just feel free to go ahead and give it the title appropriate to the project that you want to showcase. Once that's done, you can feel free to click on next and then later just go ahead and give it a description. Go ahead and let people know exactly what this project is going to showcase, what type of skill you want to showcase in this project. And yeah, just feel free to add your description as you want it to look like. Next up, we're just going to click on next, and this is going to be some basic information like the project type. If you want to add that, feel free to do so. By the way, it's not really necessary. This is optional. So if you don't want to add the date, you don't want to add the location, nor the project type, feel free to not to. But it's just extras that you could possibly go for. Lastly, and most importantly here, is going to be the actual media. So you want to start uploading media about this project. So you can feel free to click on upload media from computer. And you would want to upload a cover image as well as a bunch of other images or videos. It doesn't really have to be an image. So let's say we want the cover image to be this blue one. So we would want to select it. What I'm doing is holding Control and left click in order to select multiple at a time instead of just going one by one. And then I'm just going to hold Control and select the other ones as well. So let's just get a bunch of colors. Let's say the portfolio is going to be that I have a lot of colors. Now in mind, I have this one, the blue one, as the cover image, and the rest of them as actual project images. So click on Open. And then we would want to make the blue one the cover image, which it already did. But let's say it's not, then you simply just want to move it to become the first one. It's just, whichever one is first is going to be the cover image. Which one is blue at this point? There you go. Okay, let's move it around. There you go. So number one is always the cover image. And you can't really do much for the cover image except some adding alt text. So just click on blue. Alt text, go ahead and give it some because it's going to help your SEO and also people who use screen readers, which is pretty much just a description of the image. Next up, if you just go to any other video or image, you can feel free to give them a title, a description, alt text, and most important, links. So if you want to link to some sort of thing that this refers to, you can feel free to do so from here. And once you're done, you can just click on Done on the bottom right, click on Done one more time, and you're pretty much good to go. Now, let's say you want to add another one. It's very simple. Just click on Add Project on the top right, and it's just going to be the same steps over again. Now, let's say we want to actually create collections instead. You can go to Collections, and basically a collection is going to have plenty, not plenty, but it's going to be one collection with a bunch of projects. This is pretty much how it works. So already we have one which is created by Wix, but let's say we want to create our own. So we could just go and give it a name, which I'm just going to name it tutorial. Description, I'm just going to leave it empty at this point. I'm just going to give it a cover image, and you should too, because otherwise it's just going to look wrong. So click on Upload Media, and I'm just going to give it an image real quick. And once you actually give it an image, you can just go to projects in this collection, and you can either create a new one, which is going to be the same steps that we have already discussed, or you can just click on Manage Projects and select which projects are going to actually appear in there. Once that's done, you can feel free to click on Save. Now, obviously, in my case, I'm just going to add, or not going to, I just added some random stuff like colors and stuff like that. But for you, you obviously would want to upload your graphic design art. So yeah, this is how it works. Now, let's just go ahead and do the final step, which is previewing what we have now. So if we open up our site editor, make sure you refresh because now there's new things that have been added. We simply just want to visit the portfolio page. Now again, if you have forgotten how to do so, it's very simple. You just want to wait for this to load and click on the pages and the menu on the left side. So let's just go ahead and do that. Click on portfolio pages, click on portfolio, and let's even click on preview. So it's going to look something like this. Right now, first, it's going to show us the different collections. And once we click on a specific one, it's going to show us the projects within, as you can see, 1, 2. And then if we click on a project, it's going to also show us the things within it. So if we click on the project of colors and stuff, it's just going to show us all the rest of the options that are available in here. And if it is clickable, then it is going to be opening up links for them as well. So with that being said, hopefully you found this video to be informative and helpful, and thanks for watching.